Hi, I'm Emma and I'm 33. My father was rich with a good financial status. He had 20 houses and 30 plots. My father loved buying properties. He was like an addict, but he really wasn't into spending $1 of the money that he had on his own family. He always used to say, a wise man should gather all his money to buy as many houses as he can. He shouldn't spend it on restaurants and having fun. All he would do was gathering money, but he wasn't spending any of it on us. My mother was not as clever, so she didn't have a problem with that. And since I was a kid at the time, I also didn't have a problem with what my dad was doing. But ever since I grew up, it started to bother me more and more. Let me give you a few examples of my dad being stingy. Each time I opened the refrigerator to look for food, he would scream at me saying, "Close the door, you're gonna ruin the lamp." Most of the lamps in our house were always off. My dad was complaining a lot about the bills. He wouldn't give me any money to spend it with friends when I was hanging out. You may not believe this. We wouldn't even go to a restaurant together, not even once a year. Whenever someone see our house and find out that my father is rich as hell, they think that we're living our best life. But they didn't know the truth of the story. I couldn't deal with my father's attitude, and him and I would always get into an argument. If my father wasn't rich, I wouldn't have any problems with that. But if you actually have a father who's so rich but doesn't give you any money, you'd get pissed off just like me. I'd always try to make him spend a bit money for my poor mother, but it was no use. When I turned 25, my mom got sick. I asked my dad to take her to the hospital. Mom is feeling so sick. We should take her to a good hospital. My dad said, "A hospital? Do you even know how expensive that is? Your mom is okay. She's gonna be fine." I got so angry at him and shouted, "Do you even hear yourself? She's gonna be fine. She tolerated your existence with that cringe attitude of yours for a long time. Don't you want to return her favor at least?" My dad, who wasn't impressed by my words, simply said, "I actually worked too hard to make all these money, and I'm not gonna waste it on your mother. She's gonna be fine." I got so angry. I went to the kitchen to make some soup for my mom. After a week, nothing changed and she was feeling way worse until my dad realized that she was actually not fine. So he called an ambulance to take her to the hospital. My mom died on the way of the hospital. I got depressed after my mom passed away. I was always in my room crying. I had no one in this world. My dad didn't feel anything. My mother's death did not affect him at all. He asked me not to invite many people before the funeral, saying it would cost too much for him. Can you imagine? His wife and my mom died and he was still thinking about his money. I couldn't stand that house or my father anymore. I wanted to get the hell out of that cursed house. I decided to leave and go to another country and start a new life for myself. But before doing that, I told myself that I have to take me and my mom's right from my father. My dad had so much jewelries in his room, and he never gave us the key. He always kept it with himself. One day, I poured some heavy sleeping pills into his drink, and as soon as he fell asleep, I grabbed the key. Knowing he could wake up any minute, I got into the room and grabbed as many jewelries and money I could and left the house. I already got a plane ticket for myself because I knew when he wakes up, the first thing he's gonna do is calling the cops. I left the house and the country that night, and I never heard from my father again. If one day someone tells me that he's dead, I wouldn't even care. He destroyed me and my mother's life, and I hate him for that. For those of you who are watching this, here's this piece of advice. Never get married to a stingy man. Stay away from these people as much as you can, because in the end of the day, you're gonna get crazy because of them.